A change in position. New tonight on Our News Live at 7. The Prime Minister criticizes local media for a negative portrayal of crime. But a controversial moment in time comes back into focus. This as the nation's leader reiterates an anti-gang legislation commitment amidst the rising crime wave. Plus, the head of the Christian Council lauds government's comprehensive effort against crime, calling a recent meeting long overdue. Then in Our News at 7:30, investigating beach safety. Tour operators on Goodman's Bay voice concerns as visitor safety now under scrutiny. Our News Live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News Live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kendino Knowles. The nation's leader on the defense, criticizing local media for coverage of crime this year and attributing it as one of the main factors behind the negative portrayal of the country by international media. But the Prime Minister's stance has seemingly evolved. Tonight, we delve into a significant moment in Bahamian history when a controversy prompted the then deputy leader of the PLP to staunchly defend his party's commitment to transparency. Joshua Williams has this recap tonight.
The Prime Minister this week calling on local media to adjust their crime reporting tactics. This as the state of crime now grabbing international headlines.
I'm not saying not to report, but where you report it may make a difference. Yes. And all I ask them to do, if you check, right, check Jamaica, see where their crime report is. Check Trinidad, check the United States. Just check and see what it is. It's never on the front page. But every bullet that is fired appears to be front page news on all of our daily news. And what happened? AP picks it up, Reuters pick it up, and what happens?
Many taking to social media, reflecting on Davis's comments during the 2012 general elections billboard controversy, when the Progressive Liberal Party, PLP, protested against the removal of billboards the party put up, highlighting over 490 murders under the Ingram-led Free National Movement administration. Then Deputy Leader of the PLP, Davis, accused the governing FNM of trying to suppress the reality of the time.
Are we about hiding the truth? Are we about that? Are we about suppressing the truth? Are we going to be concerned about the impression that the truth gives? Is that what we are saying? Are you saying that we should suppress truth?
During that time, the billboards raised concerns among visiting tourists.
I thought y'all had 490 murders this year, and that kind of concerned me a little bit.
This year, international media has been seen actively documenting the local efforts in combating crime, an issue the Davis administration acknowledges. A similar occurrence took place back in 2012.
Don't forget now, there was an Australian documentary that's already gone around the world, so it's out there.
As for the change in tone over a decade later,
that's the past. That's the past, right? I'm looking forward, all right? What I'm saying now is I now have evidence that this is impacting how it is accepted in the international community.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Joshua. Meanwhile, the nation's leader doubling down on his administration's commitment to enacting anti-gang legislation. Prime Minister Philip Davis previously discussed this legislation in his recent national address on crime on January 14th. Since that address, there have been numerous murders, bringing the total count to 25 within a few weeks. Davis noted while there are existing provisions to address gang associations, successful prosecutions have yet to be achieved.
Hopefully either this week or next week, we'll be bringing in a new anti-gang legislation, more comprehensive than the provisions that are presently in the penal code, that will make it a bit more flexible for us to at least bring these charges. As you would note, the police know the gangs, they know who are part of the gangs, but you have to be able to connect. Still have to make that link, you know, and you know, if I suspend, I could declare a state of emergency and then lock up all these fellas. What we will say, trampling upon civil liberties and rights.
During yesterday's meeting with church leaders and members of his cabinet at the National Training Agency, the Prime Minister addressed concerns regarding government's crime-fighting strategy. One religious leader expressing hope the strategy would instill more fear in the minds of criminals.
That is, once you are arrested for a crime, trying to get you tried quickly. Well, we have done that. You would have heard the Commissioner of Police spoke up, and we have deliberately narrowed in on guns. So in the last 6 months, 3-4 months, we have set up, we don't use the word gun court, but we have set up 2 specific magistrates that's dealing with gun crimes. And now, in recent times, those cases have been dealt with within 3 weeks, latest 1 month. And to date, everyone that has been before the courts, all of them have been getting near 3 years. And that message is now out there.
All right, well, the leader of the Christian Council is speaking out on the recent meeting with government, hailing it as the most comprehensive effort yet in combating crime. We've got more on what the church says is a significant stride forward in our fight against crime. That's coming up in our news at 7:30. But for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg, I think I'm seeing 73 there. I just wanted to make sure this go around. But hey, I want to say, you know what? I enjoyed, as you know, the cooler weather and cooler temperatures. But hey, that 73 felt really good today. It didn't feel really hot.
Yeah, and it's going to get even cooler. So we're looking at temperatures to take a little bit of a dip. Tonight, it's going to be cool and it's going to be comfortable. So if you have any plans for outdoors, it's nice. 73, partly cloudy skies, northwest winds. We have a slight breeze at 14 miles per hour, and your feels like temperature is in the 70s. Temperatures around the islands right now at 66 in Freeport, 74 Alistown, Bimini, 73 in Great Harbor Key here in the capital, Marshall, Abaco, you guys are 71. Governor's Harbor, 75, and into the central Bahamas, 77s, Kemps Bay, Georgetown, and Arthurstown, Cat Island. Cookman Downs and Salvador, 75 there, 76 in Deadman's Key. And warmer still into the southeast Bahamas, with the exception of Duncantown, Rycat Island, you guys are 73. More 77s in Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, Delectable Bay, Abrahams Bay, Providenciales, 78, and deep south, Matutown, Inagua is 79 at this hour. Satellite radar composite showing a frontal boundary now just to the south of the capital, the leading edge of that. We do have some clouds hanging behind, so we're looking for some isolated showers possible, and of course, cooler temperatures expected with this front as it pushes southeastwards. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Thanks, Greg. And still to come on our news, the leader of the Christian Council hails government's anti-crime efforts as most comprehensive yet. Plus, the fate of the damaged Christopher Columbus statue still undecided. Officials eyeing the right time to reveal the plan when our news returns.
Since they're on sale, Max bought things neither he nor his friend really needed. Hungry for deals? Come to KFC to satisfy your hunger before doing something crazy. Our new 6-piece value deal is packed with 6 pieces of your favorite fried chicken, 3 orders of crispy fries, and 3 buttery biscuits, all for just $20. You work hard for your money. Get the biggest bang for your taste buds. Satisfy your taste buds with KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 9th 5th Terrace, Centerville, right in the heart of the medical service epicenter of Nassau, Bahamas.
The Christian Council's leader is responding to the recent meeting with the government, and the response resounding, describing it as the most comprehensive effort he's witnessed to date. Expressing a sense of optimism, he called government's approach a significant stride forward in combating crime.
President of the Bahamas Christian Council, Bishop Delton Fernando, described Monday's meeting with the Prime Minister and senior police officers as long overdue, highlighting their aggressive efforts to tackle the ongoing crime crisis. One of the bishop's key takeaways was government's willingness to collaborate with the church.
The state at that meeting gave us the freedom to come together, come up with some solutions that we think will work, and submit it. Doesn't mean that they have to take them all, but they're giving us an opportunity to be a part of the solution of what is taking place in our country.
The bishop was among those who heard from Police Commissioner Clayton Fernando, who shared crime statistics and strategies to a diverse audience, including government officials, religious leaders, and the media, with Prime Minister Philip Davis emphasizing investments in crime-fighting technology, such as improved ankle bracelet monitoring for suspects out on bail. Filled with optimism about government's direction, Bishop Fernando says the Christian Council is pleased with the progress.
I was commenting to some of the leaders, it is the most comprehensive I've gotten in the time I've been president of the Christian Council. No mind all the criticism, we saw a plan, we saw the information, and we saw what was expected to be the execution.
And with the recent rise in murder numbers reaching double digits so early into the year, questions have arisen about the church's role, some asking if it's doing enough. Bishop Fernando says he believes there's a misconception.
I think it's a misunderstanding of who the church is. The church is not the buildings, it's not just the leaders, it's the people. And no matter what sector of society you're working in, there's somebody from the church there. I think what they're really looking for is for the body of Christ, which is the members, to be able to do more overt things, more things that they could see. But that's not usually how the church works. That when we are trying to help people, we're doing it in a way that we just want to help.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Sasha Lightbourne.
Thanks, Sasha. Plans for the damaged Christopher Columbus statue, once situated outside Government House, will be unveiled at a later date. That's according to officials from the Antiquities, Monuments and Museum Corporation. The statue was severely damaged when an individual wielded a sledgehammer against it just days before the National Heroes Day holiday in 2021, affecting its right arm and leg. In 2020, a petition gathered over 3,500 signatures seeking the removal of the statue from Government House steps. In October 2022, the damaged statue was removed from Government House property. However, its current location and future plans remain undisclosed. Dr. Christopher Curry is Managing Director of AMMC.
The Columbus statue was removed from Government House and it's currently in storage with the Ministry of Works. That will be a discussion for another day. So right now we don't know about plans, but I'm sure they'll be certainly revealed at the right time.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as the United States Senate passes a $95 billion aid bill for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. What leaders say it will mean for the rest of the Western world. Plus, the Israeli army says it has captured the leader of Hamas on camera escaping Gaza with his family. And a little closer to home, we're Tobago under a national emergency following a major oil spill. What officials know so far when our news returns.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies?
Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier, medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task. Turning off lights when you leave a room. Unplugging appliances not in use. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. The United States Senate passed a $95.34 billion aid package for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan in a 70-29 vote, exceeding the 60-vote threshold. The bill now moves to the Republican-controlled House, where its fate is uncertain. President Joe Biden has pushed for this aid to be delivered swiftly. However, the bill may face challenges in the House.
If we want the world to remain a safe place for freedom, for democratic principles, for our future prosperity, then America must lead the way. And with this bill, the Senate declares that American leadership will not waver, will not falter, will not fail.
Israel's chief military spokesperson, Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari, on Tuesday released security camera footage, which he said showed Hamas leader in Gaza, Yahya Sinwar, passing through a tunnel in Khan Yunis on October 10th. The CCTV video shows one man leading a woman, children, and another man through a tunnel. Hagari identified the people in the video as Sinwar, his wife, and children being led by Sinwar's brother. Speaking to reporters in a televised briefing, Hagari said Israel was after Sinwar, dead or alive. And some other video footage released on Sunday reveals an oil spill stemming from a capsized vessel off Tobago's coast. Authorities say the spill affected over 9 miles of Tobago's southwestern shore and resulted from a shipwreck last Wednesday. Prime Minister Keith Rowley has since declared a national emergency as the Tobago Coast Guard leads the cleanup.
What we do know, it appears to be broken, having made contact here, and is leaking some kind of hydrocarbon that is fouling the water and the coastline. That vessel could have come to us from any kind of operation, especially if the operation is illicit. We have not yet been able to determine the physical nature of the vessel, so we're not sure if it's a freighter, a tanker, or a barge, because only the keel of the vessel is visible. And so we have to thank God for small mercies. Apparently, from what I've seen, where this fouling is taking place and where the vessel has come to shore is probably about, if we had to pick a place, it's probably about the best place it could have happened without causing worse damage.
Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was February 13th. Then in our news at 7:30, government unveils a plan for increased CCTV monitoring. The AG talks expansion. Plus, the head of the church urges stricter legislation to combat gang violence. How he believes it could disrupt financial support for organized crime. When our news returns.
Have you heard that sound? It's the sound of us. Since our origins, we burst music. Our sounds mixed together. So let us hear your sound too. Your sound of passion, of joy, of friendship. The sound of your style and the beat of your night. It's time to play together the sound of Guinness, the sounds of greatness.
If you want a real nice, tasty bangin' dish, there's a place on the fish fry you can't resist. You can watch the sunset out on the beautiful deck. Eat a juicy conch salad made by the contact technician. When they ask me where I yearn by the conch. When they ask me where I yearn by Goldie. When they ask me where I yearn by the conch. When they ask me where I yearn by Goldie's. Arawaki's king of conch. We 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 yearn by Goldie's. Goldie's Conch House, Arawaki. 325-4300. That's Goldie's Conch House, Arawaki. 325-4300.
February is the month of love, and you will love the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12 ounce, $2.29. Mullis ready cut macaroni, 16 ounce, $2.19. English cheddar cheese, $3.99 per pound. Vitamalt Classic, 10 to 12 ounce, $1.19. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 89 cents per pound. If you love to save, you will love Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
I get it. You can order stuff on wimauto.com and pay for it online.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Online is just the first step.
They have next weekday delivery in Nassau, Monday to Friday.
What if I don't live in Nassau?
Wimauto.com will send it to the mailbox.
What if I don't want nobody knowing where I live?
They have a store.
What if I don't want to come inside because I don't like air conditioning?
They have a drive-thru.
If you love wimauto.com so much, why don't you just marry it?
If Wim Auto starts selling fries, we're going to have to reassess this entire relationship.
Welcome back to Our News. It's time now to turn our spotlight on events that shaped the day that was February 13th. Take a look. On this day in Bahamian history in 1887, St. Francis Xavier Cathedral in Nassau was dedicated by Archbishop Michael Augustine Corrigan of New York. The cathedral held its first Mass 3 months earlier on November 7, 1886. Then in 1956, Governor Dan Ranfurly, born Thomas Daniel Knox, confirmed that 22 miles of the Exuma Island chain had been set aside as protected area. The area would become part of the Exuma Keys Land and Sea Park when it was established in 1958. It's the world's first protected area of its kind and is administered by the Bahamas National Trust. Then 9 years later, Eldise Clark was born. She was part of the Bahamas team that won the silver medal in the 1996 Olympic 4x100 meter relay. She also ran in the preliminary rounds in the 2000 Olympic 4x100 meter relay in Sydney that would later get her the gold medal when the Bahamian team won the finals, earning them the title the Golden Girls. Then in 1972, sprinter Andrew Tynes was born. Tynes is a retired multi-medal winning track and field athlete who specialized in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and the 400 meter relay. And February 13th, 1989, another Olympic medalist, Demetrius Rashad Pinder, was born in Freeport. In 2012, he was a member of the men's 1600 meter relay team that won the gold medal at the Games in London. After the win, the team was dubbed the Golden Knights. Pinder also won a bronze medal in the 1600 meter relay at the 2016 Olympic Games in Brazil. Well, the countdown is on. Are you looking to indulge in a romantic meal this Valentine's Day? Well, look no further. Joshua Williams, he visited Margaritaville Resort this week to get a sneak peek and quick taste of what's cooking up. Take a look.
Located West Bay Street, just before the heart of downtown, is a unique restaurant that promises to provide the perfect meal come Valentine's Day.
Specializing in steaks and seafood, Margaritaville Resort's executive chef Lester Dean promises a memorable experience for lovebirds.
So we have a couple's menu for $250 per couple. There's a 3-course meal. We have a Caesar salad. You have choices between a Caesar salad, a ceviche, and a seafood bisque. And we also have 3 entrees you could choose from, a rack of lamb, a blackened salmon, and a New York strip. And then we also have a red velvet dessert for the couples to share.
The restaurant may be nestled in the middle of a tourist hub, but Dean says JWB remains a favorite among the locals.
Locals normally come here, especially for birthday parties, brunch. We just opened lunch in December, so right now we're open from 12 to 3 for lunch, Tuesday through Saturday. And then our brunch is very hype for locals because we have a live DJ.
And for those of us who might find ourselves spending Valentine's Day solo, the eatery is thoughtfully catering to our needs as well.
Persons who have a significant other, we are running 2 menus. So we run in the menu for couples, which is $250 per couple. And then we have our regular menu that JWB offers with all the high-end steaks, the fresh fish, the lobster, and other specialty items from the chef.
Overall, Dean says it's all about crafting cherished memories that will last a lifetime.
That's what we do here at Margaritaville. We always make the night special for any guests that come through. And we just try to make memorable moments.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks so much for that, Joshua. The American biographical musical drama called One Love, a movie about the life and music of Jamaican reggae superstar Bob Marley, opens in theaters around the world Monday, or tomorrow, that is, including right here at Fusion Superplex. The movie has reignited a love affair with the late musical genius. Here are our news. We have also been looking into the life and times of Bob Marley, especially his connection to the Bahamas. Danielle Miller will be presenting a special series starting tomorrow. And Denny, I know you've been working on this for the last few weeks, and obviously because it's been making international headlines also. But I want to start with, what has it been like covering this story?
Oh my God, it's been a historical journey, particularly about the concert that happened here in the Bahamas during '79, and just trying to fact check and find the persons that was involved, and also finding out there was a big controversy around Bob coming here during that time. It was so pleasing to the historian in me. Yeah.
For sure. And I do know also that you've been doing a lot of digging about the life and times of Bob Marley and his time in the Bahamas. One of your pieces looks at the controversial concert he performed here in 1979. What can we expect from that?
What you can expect is basically some well-known figures in that piece. Friends of Marley as well. I was able to track someone down that is a family friends of the Marleys, and I was so excited about it because they were able to give a first-hand account of being around the family and also being around Bob. So it was like, it was so heartwarming. I can't explain it. Yeah, it was great.
So the movie itself, though, what have the reviews been saying, and when will we get a chance to see it?
So the movie comes out tomorrow. Titled One Love. I mean, it's perfect. And what the movie is about is it focuses on 2 very pivotal points for Marley, the activist. And that was his assassination in 1976 in Jamaica at 56 Hope Road. That was his home. And then also the concert, the peace concert that he did in 1978 that brought. There was political war going on in Jamaica between Edward Seaga and Michael Manley. And during that concert, when he went back to Jamaica because he was exiled, he exiled himself from Jamaica for a while. That's how he got here. He brought the 2 political leaders on stage, which was crazy at that time. And he held their hands, and something very extraordinary happened. And I hope they depict it in the movie in terms of the weather. So I'm gonna see that when.
That's it, a whole history lesson. Anyway, last thing before you go. Why was it important to do these pieces?
For me, it's personal for me. My grandmother was a migrant from Jamaica, and it coincides with also Marley's story. There was a time in Jamaica when a lot of persons migrated into Kingston from the country, and my grandmother was one of them, Bob was one of them. So just reading about all of that unfold and the historical preferences and the fact that Bob fought for freedom and bringing it home to me and my family, you know, migrating for freedom and just for the bigger dream of it all. It was just so, it was heart touching to me, having
it's
that
finding
Jamaican
your roots, right?
Exactly.
Finding your roots. Listen,
exactly.
Thanks so much, Denny. For all of today's top stories, including Denny's pieces coming up, be sure and head over to ournews.bs. That's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now is Atalia Hall with the latest headlines at 7:30. Atalia?
Yes, thanks, Ken and Denny. It sounds so interesting, but coming up, government unveils a plan for increased CCTV monitoring, plus the head of the church urges stricter legislation to combat gang violence. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, are the beaches in the Bahamas safe? The question comes following an alleged rape on the island of Grand Bahama. We have reaction. Plus, more CCTV monitoring on the way for the Royal Bahamas Police Force, a response to the recent spike in crime. Also, the president of the Bahamas Christian Council calling for policymakers to put stricter legislation in place. We have his full comments coming up. And later, how can you stay safe while shopping online? Hear from an IT expert when Our News Live at 7:30 returns.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377.
I'm an 18-year-old freshman at the University of the Bahamas, and I'm a computer science major. I'm also the NT Corporation's Youth Ambassador for the Environment, and I'm an environmentalist. My journey as the environmental advocate began with a simple yet profound realization that our environment is degrading right in front of my eyes. And being NT's Youth Ambassador for the Environment means that my words and my actions hold the power to help change the environment and the world around me. I find it exciting that I can be a student, live my life, and use my words and my voice to change the environment and world around me. Most times I think it's a privilege. It's our environment and it's our generation to own. I don't think as a young person that there's anything more rewarding than being a part of bringing awareness. I'm Michaela Kerr, and I'm making a difference in my own words. I'm Michaela Kerr.
Welcome to Our News. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Atalia Hall. While our nation basks in the blessings of sun-kissed sands, the question lingers, are our beaches truly safe? Our Joshua Williams visited a beloved local spot, Goodman's Bay, where he spoke with both business owners and residents to delve into the state of crime and beach safety.
As crime continues to cast its shadow over our nation, recent alleged incidents targeting tourists have sparked international outcry. Most notably, the alleged abduction and assault of 2 Kentucky women in Grand Bahama have reignited concerns. The pressing question remains, are our tourist hotspots, particularly our beaches, secure? Pedro Bannister, owner of Pedro's Water Sports and a frequent fixture at the beach, reassures us that despite advisories and warnings, beachgoers have remained safe.
This particular area, we don't really have them type of issues. Once they don't wander off with no strange looking people, they shouldn't have no problem. Everyone out here normally is be unified, so you can know who you're dealing with. As they get transported in taxis directly from the cruise ship, and they come to the beautiful beaches, relax, do the water sports, enjoy themselves.
However, the Bahamas has recently made negative headlines internationally, with double-digit murders making headlines before January's end. Yet, retired resident Edgar McPhee, who has lived both in the United States and Nassau, insists that tourists need not fear.
Most of the crimes that are happening is between gang members, which have no concern for our visitors that is coming. I mean, the areas in which they visit is quite safe.
But with the negative press came travel advisories from countries like the United States and Canada. Bannister notes that for him and fellow operators, such advisories are nothing new.
It really ain't affecting us like that. But it's the right for the tourists and the U.S. Embassy to caution their people, you know, We've been going through that for years.
Now, recently, National Security Minister Wayne Munro revealing that police patrols will be beefed up in tourist areas. These residents agree with the move.
Once you see the presence of police officers, law enforcement officers, basically people feel more safer.
True. We have the police here present every hour. If we have any type of issue or anything like that, they'll be called here immediately and just deal with whatever the problem is.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks, Josh. Well, government promises more CCTV monitoring with an estimated 100 new devices annually in the coming years. Attorney General Ryan Pinder making the announcement this week in the Senate as he moved the bail amendment bill. The legislation passed on Monday evening is one of the government's recent responses to the spike in murders and violent crime. Pinder telling his Senate colleagues they see these cameras as a means of helping police investigations.
We're rolling out 100 new CCTV locations every single year. We have a 5-year plan to roll out cameras in that regard. So that is happening and continuing. I also want to just update you real briefly. I had the benefit of going to the police headquarters and their technology center. And this works. I was astonished of how well this works together. You have ShotSpotter, body cams, CCTV that are police installed, and security cameras that the public has allowed the police to access, all working in unison.
AG Pinder recently spending some time with police looking at their operations. He says the public might be surprised to know just how well ShotSpotter, CCTV, and body cam technology are working.
When ShotSpotter detects a gunfire, all the cameras converge on that area within the 2 square miles, and they record everything. And so it's working well. And so we look to continue to roll that out.
All right, nice weather conditions outside the Our News studios this evening, just in time for Valentine's Day. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg?
Yeah, you said just in time for Valentine's Day, and it's going to continue for another couple of days. So get out, take the special one out, make sure you treat them nicely, he or her. 71 degrees outside, partly cloudy skies, northwest winds at 13 miles per hour. That's because the front is now to the south of us. Feels like temperature, a very comfortable 72. Satellite radar composite showing weak frontal boundary just to the south of the capital. Not much in terms of any clouds and any weather associated with that. Most of the activity is in the Florida Straits, but that front will continue to sag towards the south, and we'll see high pressure behind. Nice temperatures expected for the next couple of days, and then we start a slight warm-up for the weekend, and then we expect another front by early next week. That's a quick check on conditions around the island. Stick with us. A look at your Valentine's forecast is still to come.
Still to come on Our News, clickbaited. How to avoid becoming a victim while shopping online. Plus, in just a few hours, many will be celebrating Love Day. How will you celebrate? Our Marlena Leonard may have the perfect option for you. And that's all coming up when Our News returns. Stay with us.
Over a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Since they're on sale, Max bought things neither he nor his friend really needed. Hungry for deals? Come to KFC to satisfy your hunger before doing something crazy. Our new 6-piece value deal is packed with 6 pieces of your favorite fried chicken, 3 orders of crispy fries, and 3 buttery biscuits, all for just $20. You work hard for your money. Get the biggest bang for your taste buds. Satisfy your taste buds with KFC. It's finger-licking good.
The occasion or where life takes you, Rubens is with you every step of the way.
The number of online shoppers worldwide grows almost daily, with so many transactions now requiring more and more personal financial information. There's a real cause for concern. Well, tonight we speak with a local information technology expert on how to stay safe when cyber shopping.
The conveniences that come with shopping online, for example, also come with some drawbacks or dangers that we also have to make sure we are aware of.
Online shopping is one of those conveniences that's really captured us into the 21st century. A simple click-through allows you to compare prices, find the best deals, and in some places send it to your doorstep. But there's a dark side. A 2022 FBI report revealed over 12,000 consumers reported non-payment or non-delivery scams with losses in excess of $70 million. But how to avoid becoming a victim of scamming? Director of Information Security at the Cable Bahamas Group of Companies, Shakira Johnson, says scams begin with hackers doing their homework.
There's ways that they can find out information from you just by the information that you think is so freely and okay to share online, your names, your addresses.
Just last month, China's most powerful internet regulator began a security review of the popular online clothing site Shein. The review is examining whether Shein is leaking personal information overseas. This now raises questions about third-party payment sites like PayPal.
Your credit card information isn't readily available or used on the sites, right? So that's that third-party protection that's there.
And if you're unsure, always look for the lock.
That is affixed to the beginning of the web address that indicates that the information is encrypted on that site.
She says two-factor authentication is helpful. You should never share passwords, not even with your children, and be on the lookout for phishing.
If you do see a text message or an email that looks suspicious, it's always important to triple check.
A VPN also gives an added layer of protection.
So it's not advised to perform sensitive transactions like purchasing or going to banking sites while you're on these free networks because they're open.
All right, well, the Queen's Staircase is getting a facelift thanks to a collaboration between the Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board, the Antiquities, Monuments and Museum Corporation, and the Ministry of Works. The major landmark 66 steps were carved out of solid limestone rock by 600 enslaved people between 1793 and 1794, providing a direct link between Fort Finn Castle and Nassau City. The project is expected to take 2 months, and CEO of the Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board, Joy Jerbalu, shares the price tag of the iconic landmarks makeover.
We plan to invest in this phase at least $200,000, but this is an ongoing commitment of the Nassau Paradise Island Promotion Board. We will ensure that maintenance occurs. I think we all know that one of the things we do, we can fix things, we can restore them, and then there's no one left to look after them. But we have also undertaken to assist landscaping, maintenance of the landscaping, ensuring that the waterfall runs continuously, the lighting that's going to go in there, that everything is functional.
Chairperson of the Antiquities, Monuments and Museum Corporation, Russell Moxie, speaks to the potential impact of the restoration.
This restoration will allow many of our guests to enjoy this beautiful site. We're even more grateful that this is yet another opportunity for Bahamians to understand who we are, to see ourselves in the enslaved persons who, with their ingenuity and resilience, carved by their hand using only rudimentary tools. This beautiful 66 steps that has now stood over 200 years. It is important to us as AMMC, for us as Bahamians, to see ourselves in this work.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
When our news comes back from the break, worth a shot. Our Marlena Leonard tells us what special drinks you can buy for your lover come tomorrow.
Coming up in sports, we did what the rest of the field at the Millrose Games couldn't do. Caught up to world record holder Devin Charlton.
And cozy, comfortable conditions on this Valentine's Eve. Our Greg Thompson is live in the Weather Center tonight and has a special Valentine's weather report coming up when our news continues.
You've heard of electric cars. Now it's time you drive one. Easy Car Sales welcomes you to experience the power and prestige of the latest electric vehicles. Plug in at home for a 65% discount off your gas bill and never get stuck at the pump again. Build your dreams of a better future with a better car, the BYD EV. Visit easy242.com to book your free test drive today. Save your money while driving in style, only at Easy Car Sales.
Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task. Turning off lights when you leave a room. Unplugging appliances not in use. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
My son, he's a go-getter.
He's a fighter, and he's very strong.
He's very resilient, and he never let any of his battles get him down.
He's an A student.
He was diagnosed when he was 6 weeks old.
Everybody just huddles and go and support him.
And that makes him feel much better and much happier.
It's definitely a privilege to know Kyrie.
Watching him grow up, he knows that I love him.
Kyrie is the bomb.com.
He's doing a great job, and to stay true to himself.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This is our news. Welcome back. Bahamian hurdler Devin Charlton reflects on world record success and the GSSS Championship Series underway. Here now with Our Sports presented by 10th year seniors is Ronaldo and John Mark. Ronaldo?
Thanks, Natalia, and welcome to Our Sports presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. Devin Charlton considered her 60-meter hurdles world record run the culmination of a plan all coming together at the right time.
I mean, the numbers that I'm putting up are crazy. And so, like, that's how I knew that something like that was in me. I thought it would have shown up. It could have shown up sooner, but I was really just searching for, like, that perfect race. Because, like you said, to do something, run the fastest race ever, like, it's not something that you just do. Like, you have to go to a different place. And so I was just trying to find that place all season, find my rhythm.
The sprint hurdle fields are always stacked, an element that Charlton said forces these ladies to bring their best race execution to every meet.
The thing with, especially with the women's hurdles now, it's like you don't get an easy meet. Like, it's been years since I've shown up to a meet and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be cake. Like, I know I'm gonna get first in this meet. Like, I haven't had a race like that in years, because anytime you show, it could be a random collegiate meet and the field will look like a diamond league. Just because, like, we show up every single time and ready to race. We don't duck each other.
The moment was made even more special as she shared the world record with her parents, David and Laura.
Yeah, that was a big deal for me because, you know, my parents, they follow me all over the world. My sister and I, she's competing as a collegiate, and so they kind of like bounce between our meets and competitions, and then they're also running a track club and business back home, and so they have a lot going on. And so whenever they can make it to a meet, it's always a treat, and it's a big deal. And so I was really eyeing Boston to be the meet that I did it, but I guess it didn't work out that way, so that I would be able to get it for them while they were there in New York.
The GSSA basketball championships in all 4 divisions got underway Monday at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. In junior girls, Tajaniqua Marley went off for a game-high 43 points to lead her CH Reeves Raptors to a 58-42 win over the top-seeded HO Nash Lions.
In junior boys, the D.W. Davis Royals defense powered a wire-to-wire win for the number 1 seed. Zion Goodman scored 18, and Wendiski Paul had 15 for the Royals.
Game 1 in the senior girls series was a game of runs before the CV Bethel Stingrays pulled away for the 38-34 win over the CR Walker Knights. Trinity Bodie led CV Bethel with a game-high 19 points.
In the senior boys, the Anatol Rogers T-Wolves perimeter shooting and balanced scoring attack led them to a 63-55 win over the C.I. Gibson Rattlers. 6 T-Wolf players scored at least 8. Jefferson Bethel led the team with 12.
In the GBSSAA, the Tabernacle Falcons opened Game 1 of their championship series with a 52-46 win over the Sunland Stingers. Aiden Miller led Tabernacle with a team-high 15 points. Game 2 in the best-of-3 series is tonight at the St. George's Gym. That'll do it for Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. For John Mark Nutt, I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on Our News tonight, looking for the perfect drink to celebrate your day of love. Our Marlene Leonard has you covered. And overcast skies in the capital on this Tuesday. Wondering what else we can expect? Greg is back with your extended weather forecast right after this quick break. Stay with us.
Have you heard that sound? It's the sound of us. Since our origins, we burst music. Our sounds mixed together. So let us hear your sound too. Your sound of passion, of joy, of friendship. The sound of your style and the beat of your night. It's time to play together the sound of Guinness, the sounds of greatness.
That part hard to get, you know.
Unless you go to wimauto.com.
Man, anybody get our website, man. How you know that's the right part?
On wimauto.com, you can enter the year, make, model, and engine size of your vehicle and choose the part that you need.
But this is a Japanese car.
You can shop for that on our website.
What about chemicals?
Yep.
Car accessories?
Yep.
Tools?
Actually, yeah.
Plumbing, electrical, and grocery?
If we sell it, it's on our website. Don't worry, we don't have mechanics.
Oh, thank goodness.
Save time and shop with confidence with wimauto.com.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task. Turning off lights when you leave a room. Unplugging appliances not in use. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL,
Welcome back to our news. Cloudy skies on this Valentine's Day Eve, and there may be a shower or two in the forecast. Greg is back in the Weather Center with your extended weather. Greg?
Thanks, Natalia, and welcome back, everybody. Today is actually another special day for me. My parents celebrated an anniversary, so happy anniversary to
Happy anniversary.
Mom and Dad. Of course, he did make it a wise decision. Do it before Valentine's. Tomorrow is going to be nice, so if you plan on taking that special lover out tomorrow is a good day to do it. Temperatures are going to be very comfortable. Of course, around our area, we have a frontal boundary just sagging to the south of the capital. High clouds moving to the north of that across Florida. That's not going to really produce any rainfall for us, so it's going to be pretty nice temperature-wise across the area as that front continues to sag towards the south. Future forecast showing the moisture associated with that front just to the south of the capital, across the Lutheran and the South Andros area, and as I mentioned, that will continue to sag towards the southeast. Should be by the Acklands and Cricket Island area by tomorrow evening. As that front continues to wash out, we expect beautiful conditions over the islands for the next several days, so Valentine's Day is a go. Taking a look at a boating forecast for the northwest and central Bahamas tonight to tomorrow. North to northeast winds 10 to 15 knot, seas running 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. High tide will be at 10:50 tonight. A low tide at 5:09 in the morning. For the southeast Bahamas, lighter winds down there. Easterly at 10 knots. They will fall light and rebel at times. Seas will be running 1 to 3 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, beautiful conditions. Tomorrow being Valentine's, we stick the hearts in there, so make sure you get that heart in shape. Thursday, temperatures nice and comfortable in low to mid 70s. Then we start that warm up for the weekend. And as I mentioned earlier, there is another front expected by Sunday, Monday time frame. So we stick some showers in there. Temperatures will be in the 70s. And then we take a short trip back into the 80s. That's a look at our weather. And happy Valentine's Eve, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Well, when it comes to Valentine's Day, we're often left stumped over how to delight our special someone. Well, tonight, our Marlena Leonard unveils a fresh perspective on Valentine's gifts, courtesy of Caribbean Wines and Spirits.
This year, Caribbean Wines and Spirits has taken the spirit of love quite literally, offering customers enchanting Valentine's Day packages. Sales advisor DeCarlo McPhee tells us there's a treasure to be found for every kindred spirit.
These packages can be enjoyed by, couples. So there's something in each package for her and him. Some men do enjoy sweet, have a sweet tooth, like me. I have a sweet tooth, but I can also enjoy something a bit dry. But yeah, there's something in there for couples, yeah.
We even got to indulge in some of their divine selection.
But of course, Valentine's Day isn't just for the ladies. They've also got a special box catered just for the men in our lives.
So we have a cranberry vodka by Nemirov. This vodka is from Ukraine, and the cranberries are already in it. So you can enjoy it just over ice by itself, or you can add more cranberry to it. And for the gentleman in your life that smokes a cigar, we have the Angostura 1824, and top it off with champagne. Remember I told we talked about champagne? So this is real champagne. Bessera Bellafont from the Champagne region of France.
Packages start at just $50, offering a range of flavor profiles to choose from. McPhee has this advice for those who opt for the $50 box.
So you can get the $50 package, and you can also add something else to it, some chocolates, some flowers or whatever, to help spruce it up.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Marlena Leonard.
All right, sounds great. Thanks so much, Marlena, and thank you for joining us for Our News tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.